Beer Divas, 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 Beer Divas. Welcome to the Beer Divas show, where wine is dumb and beer rules. I'm your host, Dr. Brewsky, and with me is my special guest, Mrs. Stoutfire. We're here at Zub's Deli and Bar, which Mrs. Stoutfire owns with her hubby.
When I'm not
Rockin'
Mrs.
Mario.
When I'm not Mrs. Stoutfire, I'm Mrs. Zub.
Mrs. Zub, and we love it all. So today we're going to start with my favorite part of the show, beer reviews. It's beer review time. All right, so our first beer is something called Vanilla Porter. I like me a porter. It's from Breckenridge Brewery from Colorado. The ABV on this is 5.4%. So you know we're in wintertime, so of course we're gonna have some like a little bit higher ABV, little roast your toaster type of beer. So
Après-ski beer.
yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, let's smell it. Little toasty, not too bad though.
No.
Usually they're a little stronger. All right, bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Oh yeah.
So I've definitely had this like a million times. It's one of my favorite porters. Breckenridge overall is a great brewery.
I like Breckenridge. This is really good. Very nutty,
Have
a
you had
little
it?
roasty. I've never had this one.
You've never had vanilla porter? Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
I'm pretty much a porter girl. I'm not a coffee person, so a stout I might not like as much. This is delicious.
This is one of my favorite beers, honestly.
You do get a hint of vanilla in it. I can taste the vanilla because that's what makes it sweeter.
Vanilla, and it's like toasty, like a roasted like nuts or something, you know?
Yeah. Wow, I totally dig that. That's good. I'm probably going to have one of those after we get done. Unless something else catches my
I know,
fancy.
right? No, this is a great
And then we
beer.
can watch, you can hear the background. It's the Browns game, baby. Go Brownies!
Browns.
Come on.
Yeah, I think this used to be seasonal, and it might not be anymore.
Oh, because it was so popular?
Yeah, it came out a long time ago that they first started making it. I would say at least 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So but I think it's year round they distribute this.
It is delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
So, Mrs. Stoutfire, your rating for the Vanilla Porter by Breckenridge Brewery is?
10 out of 10.
Woo! She's
Yeah.
calling right out.
It's an old fave.
Wow,
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
My rating for the Vanilla Porter by Breckenridge is, I'm going to go 9.2.
There you go.
9.2.
Yep.
It is
It's a great beer.
delicious.
It's a great
Of
beer.
course, I am a lager girl, so those are going to be 10s for me. But this is delicious because I don't give a lot of 9s. That's delicious. All right, that's number one. Number two that we have is called Dad, and it's a red ale, and I love me some red ales. It's by Rhinegeist, which is in Cincinnati, Ohio. Go Buckeyes!
I've been there too.
Oh man,
Brewery down there.
we need to go down there and do a Beer Diva show.
Yeah, we could totally get the hookup on that.
Okay. The ABV on this is 6, so we're kind of getting up there a little bit. A little.
It's hard to smell out of these
It
glasses.
is.
We're like, got a waft.
I know. I'm not getting any smell.
I'm not either.
Do we have COVID?
Oh shit, I hope not.
No, we don't. At least not today.
Not today, maybe.
Who knows? Let's bottoms up, girl.
There really
Whoa.
is no smell, I feel like.
I can't smell. I smelled a little bit of the vanilla porter, but usually they're stronger. I think it's from just here. Yeah, I can't smell anything. But boys, that tastes good.
honestly, it tastes a lot like the vanilla porter without the vanilla-ness. Like it's
Little bit.
toasty.
It is toasty because a red ale, they do something special with the malt or the barley, but I noticed that it has a little bit more hoppy flavor than, let's say, the porter did.
I think maybe the vanilla-ishness of the porter probably rounds out any of that.
It might have cut it.
Yeah.
Cut the taste.
Yep.
Oh, it's delicious though.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I love that. I
All
might
right.
have to do a flight of all these.
Right.
Do you guys have flights?
No, but I can make you one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, again.
Because I got the hookup, girl. I got the
Mrs.
diva
Up.
hookup. All right, Mrs. Stoutfire, your rating for the Dad Red Ale from Rhinegeist is
I'm gonna say 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my go-to necessarily, but if I went to like a party or
And they
and they
it on
had
draft
it,
or
I would
something.
pick that over like a Busch Light.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, Bushy Lane. That brings back memories of going through the drive-through. $5 for a 6-pack of Busch Light. I don't even think it was 6. It was probably a 12-pack.
We used to. This is terrible, and I feel like
Weren't you a Pabst Blue Ribbon girl?
No,
Coors
Coors
Light.
Light.
Coors Light. Coors Light.
No, but this is terrible. But in high school, yes, I know. My friend and I would get somebody to buy us a 30-pack of Busch Light, and we would try and each drink
Nice.
a layer, and we would usually be partying in a barn because I grew up in the country. So that's
Nice. Mrs.
That's-
Stoutfire,
yeah.
she's starting early. That's nice. My rating for the Dad Red Ale is, I'm going to go 7.9.
okay.
Again, same thing. It's delicious, not necessarily my go-to.
Yep.
All right, next up is Happy Christmas, from Brewdog.
Another favorite brewery of
And
mine.
Brewdog isn't that, so they built a huge, $10 million plant or something like that down in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, and it's actually about 20 minutes outside of the city in Canal, Winchester.
Okay.
And it's kind of its own freestanding brewery, hotel. I've been
we need to
super
do that.
lucky to have stayed there, and they actually brewed Mr. Zub's our own beer.
Right,
a couple years
76,
ago.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Kurt 75.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think
okay.
it was 75.
I
It's
can't
been
remember.
so long, but
Yeah.
a lot of years later.
Aren't they out of the UK though?
Scotland, I think.
Oh, Scotland.
originally.
Okay,
And the
yeah.
distribution, by the time they would make it there and get it to the U.S.,
Probably
they
cost
didn't like
too
the
much.
Well, they didn't like the quality of the time
right.
that it took from production to getting it on the shelf, and so they built that facility outside of Columbus, and now they have several little restaurant breweries. Or they don't brew, but they have several restaurants, tap rooms all over the place,
All over the country.
and it's actually that company's awesome. Brewdog.
Nice.
They're awesome. And
Well, I
they're-
love Elvis Juice, Lazy Jane, or Hazy Jane.
yeah.
Yeah, Elvis I love, and it's even an IPA, but I love it.
Me same.
And you too.
Same, yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not
we
an
had
IPA
that
person.
on our show one time.
But they also raised and lobbied over $30 million to get the restriction of the ABV in the state of Ohio lifted. So there used to be a cap on how strong beer
Wasn't
could
it
be.
10?
I don't remember, but they got it. I think it's basically lifted or like so high that.
So now you can do the Imperials and the doubles and the triples.
Yeah. So they were the ones really that got that happening.
Go Brewdog.
Brewdog.
All right, so this is called their Hoppy Xmas Ale, and it's 6% ABV.
Yeah. I haven't had
Cheers.
this. Cheers.
Oh, I can smell the hops on it. Smells very like floral.
I took a quick sip so I didn't stick my nose in it. Yeah, I can smell this one for sure.
You can smell that one. Not as crisp, not as carbonated.
That also could be if that was the first pour out of the
Out of new tap.
It
Okay.
might have just been.
Doesn't really taste like Christmas at all. It doesn't taste like spice. It just tastes like an IPA.
It tastes like citrusy summer.
Yeah, like a normal IPA.
Yeah.
Like Lady Faye would love this.
She would.
Although she might say it's not as hoppy as what she would like,
True.
but
This is
I
like
could down it.
This is like a summer beer almost. Yeah, it's not. I was expecting some sort of like pine maybe.
Yeah, or just like cinnamon and nutmeg and
Something.
yeah,
Even if it was
pumpkin
just
spice,
light.
that kind of thing.
I hate pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I don't like it in my beer. I like it in a pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin pie, but like all that pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right, Mrs. Stoutfire, your rating for the Hoppy Christmas Ale from BrewDog is?
Yeah, as much as I talked up BrewDog, I'm gonna have to say it's like a 3.8.
Oh, 3.8.
Yeah, this is not my. It's not what I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's okay.
I wouldn't buy it.
That's good. My rating for the Hoppy Christmas Ale from BrewDog is, I'm going 6.5 because I know if you like hot IPAs, you would totally down that. Although I think it's just Christmas ale because it's at Christmas time. It doesn't taste like what Ohio people with Great Lakes Brewery and 12 Dogs.
I was looking for some spice, not
I know.
citrus.
Yeah.
Which I guess the wintertime is citrus season technically.
Right.
Like farm wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, as Midwesterners, it's
yeah, that was a disappointment. Come on, BrewDog, we expect better and more from you, right? All right, next up is a fruit beer. It's called Blitzberry. It's from Rhinegeist, another Rhinegeist from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yep.
Now, of course, you look at it, pinky baby. It matches your glasses. Rosé. Oh yeah. Oh, I can smell like almost like a raspberry, maybe. It's like real light. Oh yeah.
Maybe I do have COVID. I'm not smelling this one either.
See, this one I do smell just a little, like real. It's real faint.
I'm not getting a smell.
Oh God, the
it's the
flavor
glasses.
though.
Yeah. Oh, it's so yummy.
This tastes like raspberry, like soda.
Yeah, I agree. It's
I
like
could drink
soda
that.
water.
I could drink this like all day and be like, hello. It's like Bubbles. Bubbles is one of my favorites.
This isn't as sweet as Bubbles though. This is way less sweet than some of these fruit beers.
This is so good.
It just seriously tastes like a flavored LaCroix.
The ABV on this is 5%, so you can drink this.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
It's so pretty.
That is delicious. That's right. Now, this is what you call a Christmas type of thing, you know? You need a green thing and then a red thing, and you'd be all right. Although green, I don't know.
Green beer.
Might be red.
That's St. Patrick's Day.
That's St. Patrick's Day. Well, what's wrong with me?
Oh, you should do your St. Patrick's Day show here.
Yes.
I think it's on a... What day is it on this year?
I don't know. We'll work it out.
Work.
I'll rearrange patience for that because Dr. Brewsky will have to be sober to be with patients. And St. Patty's Day is not the day for that. Your rating, Mrs. Stoutfire, for the Blitzberry fruit beer from Rhinegeist is?
I'm going to give it a solid 6.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Excuse me. It's a little...
A little too fruity?
It's a little too light.
Oh, okay.
It's a little too light for me.
Sometimes in the summertime, that's what I want. Or if I'm going to be here at Zug's dancing the night away, I want to be able to dance and feel my feet.
So for me, I would take this and put like a shot of vodka in it.
Oh, now you're talking. That'll be our next cocktail, right?
There you go.
My rating for the Blitzberry fruit beer by Rhinegeist is, I'm going 8.2. I love it.
Really?
I could drink that, no problem.
Wait till you have the next one. You're gonna.
Okay.
You might retract.
All right. Well, our next one, which is the final beer, is called the Gadget, and it's from Urban Artifact, and they're also in Ohio. I think they're Cincinnati too.
And I've been there. It's in an old church.
Nice.
I've been there.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now that is dark pink. That's a diva beer.
Pretty. It's so pretty.
And this is a sour. The ABV is up there, man. It's 8%.
That's my style.
Woo! That's your vodka right there.
Oh, I can smell this one.
I can smell the fruit and sourish. Is this cherry maybe? Or raspberry?
It's a mix of berries.
Okay.
It's on the tap handle.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, bottoms up, girl.
I've had this. I love it.
Oh.
See what I'm saying about the Blizzy berry or whatever?
So that's just sweeter. Like if you're a beginner, that's a perfect one because it really isn't as sour as this one. This one is a little more winey because it's 8%.
Right.
And the more alcohol you get, it tastes a little more winey to me. But wow,
But
delicious.
it also has that. hint of bitter, just enough
Yeah.
to make that it not super sweet. Like it's literally like fruit. Like
To me,
fruit
this
mash.
tastes a little stronger than the Rhinegeist bubbles. Just a little bit.
But again,
Wow,
not as
delicious.
Sweet. Not
No,
as sweet
not
as
as sweet.
bubbles at all.
No.
It's very tangy.
Wow.
Very tangy.
It's
Limey-ish
tasty.
almost. Yeah.
Your rating, Mrs. Stoutfire, for the Gadget Urban Artifact Sour is
I'm gonna go 8.2.
8.2.
Yep. Yeah, I love this beer. I had it at the brewery, and we have it on tap all the time when we
Wow.
get it. So.
Yeah, I've never had it. This is the first time.
Yep.
Next week's show, I'm doing with my hubby, Mr. Handy Candy, and we're going to go through the Urban Artifact. I got a bunch of sours, so
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
it'll be fun.
They have great sours.
My rating for the Gadget Urban Artifact Sour is, I'm going 7.8. I liked
All right.
it. Maybe a little too winey for me.
Okay.
I'd go the Blitzberry first.
Yeah, it is kind of wine-ish with a slight hint of the bitter.
Because
but
then I
yeah,
can drink
it's
more of
dry.
it. This one
It's
might
dry.
put me under. Yeah, it is dry. It is dry. And I'm not a big wine person, so
Right.
I tend to it's either beer all the way, a lager, a porter, that kind of thing, or I'm going sweet. Because I
Okay.
do like a cider.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, this is a good one.
All right, so up next, Mrs. Stoutfire is going to do a cocktail for us. Coming up.
Hey y'all, Mrs. Stoutfire here. I'm gonna show you how to make a Saint Gadget beer cocktail today. I got sent by one of my beer reps a huge catalog of recipes to make cocktails with using beer or cider. So what we have today is the Gadget by Urban Artifact. Sorry. That was the last one that we just tried in our beer review. This is super, super simple. We have draft here at the restaurant, so I just poured some draft, but if you just get a can of the Urban Artifact Gadget, crack it open, pour it in your cocktail glass, pint glass, whatever. I obviously have two half pints here, so the measurements would be a little different if you did the whole can. So get yourself a little shot glass. This is a 1.5 ounce shot glass. I'm only gonna pour not the whole thing because we're gonna be using Saint Elder. It's a elderflower liqueur. It's very sweet and very syrupy. So you can also adjust that if you don't like your cocktails very sweet. You can lessen it if you like them more sweet. You can add a little more. That's the beauty of making your own drinks. You can customize it to how you like it. So again, I got about 8 ounces or so of the Urban Artifact Gadget. I'm gonna pour about half of this shot glass of the elderflower syrup. So in our beer review, we were saying how the Urban Artifact Gadget is, it's a sour beer. It is very tart. It's not sweet at all. Even though there's a lot of fruit in that, it's not very sweet. So you're just adding a little sweetness to it. So just pour again, I'm gonna start with half the shot glass of the elderflower liqueur. This is the generic version, Saint Elder. I think the fancy one's called Saint Germain. If you find that, that's also the fancy elderflower liqueur. Just dump it in your beer and do it slowly because sometimes it can get really foamy, fizzy, and you don't want it to blow up, and then you'll have a big mess. And and for this, so you don't lose the fizz in the beer, you're gonna want to stir this. I'm usually a cocktail shaker kind of person, but for this, you're just gonna want to lightly give it a little stir just to kind of get that syrupy elderflower liqueur kind of mixed in there. And that's it. So if you're intimidated when you're entertaining or whatever to make cocktails, or even just make yourself a cocktail, it can be intimidating. You can't mess this up. And if you put too much syrup or liqueur, add a little more beer. That's it. Cheers.
All right, we're going to try the Saint Gadget from Mrs. Stoutfire. Cheers. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, that definitely sweetened it up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And added floral to the fruit.
It definitely has floral too, but not like crazy or anything. Wow, this is delicious.
Isn't it super good?
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, it was in that catalog of recipes. I never would have thought to add this to a sour beer.
No, and plus I don't know how to mix anything. Wow,
But
this
that's
is
easy.
delicious.
As long as you got yourself a little jigger.
Yep.
Or even if you just have measuring spoons, you can just start with 1 tablespoon. Put it in, stir it, see if you like it. If it's not sweet enough, add a little more.
This is a great brunch type drink.
Yes.
You're making your eggs, your frittata, whatever. Little bacon, little French toast. This is delicious.
Yeah, instead of like a mimosa, which I've seen people put this in mimosas as well with the champagne.
I bet that would be
this-
delicious. But this is great.
Yeah.
And it cuts down on that wininess. Not that there was a lot to begin with.
No, but it just adds a little floral to the fruit.
And at 8%, woohoo!
Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Oh, goodness.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks
and
to
it's
this Stoutfire.
pretty too, like in any kind of glass you serve it in. Like I was saying, like some people get really intimidated by making cocktails, or especially if you want to make a signature cocktail for something but you're not quite sure. I think that's something that if you
And how
put that
easy.
out, it's so
It's
easy.
beer plus a little liqueur.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Mrs. Stoutfire. Up next, beer quiz.
It's quiz time, quiz time, quiz time, quiz time.
All right, here we go. Beer quiz time. Question number 1. What is the process of separating the wort from the solid in the mash called? Is it A, mining? Is it B, draining? Or is it C, lautering?
You would think of
I know, maybe this isn't as easy.
I was like, you'd think of the brewery tours I've done, I would remember
I know.
that, but
I don't think they ever really said like definitions of things.
maybe. I'm gonna say, just because it sounds fancy and professional, lautering.
And the answer is, that's correct! Lautering. Don't ask me. That's just some idiot's name for, I don't even know what that means.
Wait, no, never mind. Nothing. Blonde moment. I thought it was something
New
sciencey,
name?
but it was totally different.
I have
name.
no
It's fine,
idea.
yeah. It's fine.
Question number 2. Generally, which ingredient is malted at the beginning of the brewing process? Is it A, hops? Is it B, the barley? Or is it C, the yeast?
Barley.
And the answer is, yes, it's the barley. So that's where your porters, they actually roast them, and that's where you get the toasty, roasty, nutty type quality.
Nice.
The reds, they do something to them, and it's also a certain type of barley. And then you go something different, which is the wheats, and they malt those. And basically malting means that they start to grow, so they start to get the little seedlings on them, the little...
Yeah. Sprouts.
Yeah, and then they stop the process, and then they make the
awesome.
mash with it. All right, question number 3. Lager comes from which German word? Is it A, langsam, which means slowly? Is it B, lagern, which means to store? Or is it C, lage, which means position?
I'm gonna say B.
And the answer is, it is B. It means to store. So they used to store their beer down in caverns.
Right.
Because lagers need to have colder temperatures.
That's
So
cool.
there you go.
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. Look at you, Mrs. Stoutfire. She is the beer diva at heart. Oh, this is so delicious. So that's it for the show today. Thank you, Mrs. Stoutfire, for letting us come into Zub's, especially during a Brownies game, and film another episode. I had so much fun, and I love the St. Gadget cocktail. This is marvelous, and I'm going to have, I don't know, I might have a little bit of everything.
We can roll you out of here. It's fine.
I was going to say, I might have to have Mr. Handy come and pick me up after this and maybe watch a little bit of the game. Anyway, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell notifications to remind you when another Beer Divas show goes on. And remember, don't worry, be happy.